Gretzky's record despite wearing a brace to help protect his bad back. Lemieux says he probably will have surgery after the season. For now, though, he's trying to score a point in his 43rd straight game. The New York Islanders were hoping to prevent number 66 from scoring, but these days that's virtually impossible. As this video will show you, Mario in the first couple minutes of play extends the streak. A nice pass out in front to Troy Loney Tunes, and he bangs it in past Fitzpatrick. 2-2 after one period. Later, though, with the score 3-3 on a power play, Pat LaFontaine, great pass here to Derek King, and he scores. Beats Barrasso. It's 4-3 New York after two. In a wild third, tied at 4. All Coffey and Mario Lemieux back to Coffey. Will he go back to Lemieux? A shot and a goal. 5-4 Pittsburgh, and the 42nd goal of the year for Mario. 3 minutes left in regulation. It's 7-6 for the Islanders. Lemieux to John Cullen. Scores! 7-7. The Pens blew a lead and then came back, and then in overtime, Lemieux going in. He shoots. Ooh, Fitzpatrick with an enormous save. Then, watch this. Lemieux sets it up, and here's Bob Erie. Saved by Fitzpatrick. And what did that do? It spurred the Islanders on to greater things. Because in the last 30 seconds, it's Trottier going in, drops for Nyland. Nice pass here. Score, the veteran. Don Maloney scores in overtime, and the Islanders beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh likes giving up 8 goals a game, 8-7 the final. LaFontaine, 3 goals, 3 assists. Derek King, 3 goals, 2 assists. Pat Flatley and Don Maloney with single goals that is. Rob Brown, Troy Loney, Paul Coffey, who also had 4 assists. Mark Recchi, John Cullen, and Mario Lemieux, 2 goals, 3 assists. But it doesn't matter because Pittsburgh loses the game. The Byrne Arena happens all the time, right? Biggest cheap shot, Nick Vakota on goalie Jacques Cloutier wipes him out. Give me a break. Wildest brawl, Ken Baumgartner and Dwayne Sutter, Islanders, Chicago. While that's going on at the same time, by gosh, it's Bob McGill and Alan Kerr. What a game. Top 3 fights of the week as far as I'm concerned.
This winning against the Islanders without Steve Yzerman, while New York was minus Pat LaFontaine. So the issue lay in the hands of the supporting casts. The Wings 3 points out of the playoffs in the Norris. The Isles 3 out of first in the Patrick. As we go to Detroit, we pick it up in the first period as the Islanders open the scoring. Jeff Norton to Don Maloney. His shot is blocked, but he gets the rebound. Tim Cheveldae out of the picture. Down and out. It's 1-0 Islanders. Wings tied on the power play. It's Gerard Gallant to Yves Racine. The shot goes into the corner, deflected by Sean Burr past Fitzpatrick, make it 1-1. And the Wings take the lead as Jean Chabot drops for Yves Racine. This one goes into the corner, picks it up again, then banks it in off the skate of Fitzpatrick. Kind of a weak goal, 2-1 Detroit, number 3 for Yves. Isles tie it on the power play now. Doug Crossman to Jeff Norton to Brent Sutter to Randy Wood in front. And with Soviet-like precision, the Islanders tie it at 2. Then the environment gets a little hostile. Scrap of the night features Joey Kosher and Ken Baumgartner, showing some misdirected intensity behind the net, but this one will go into the books as a draw if they ever finish it. Hey, call security, get those guys out of here. Islanders led 3-2 after the first period now. We go to the second as Yves Racine gets it to Gerard Gallant, drops it to John Chabot. The slap shot beats Fitzpatrick. It's 3-3 after 2. On to the third period now. Jeff Norton to Randy Wood, but Cheveldae makes a nice save, one of 34 on the night, to preserve the tie. Then 91 seconds remaining. It's Gerard Gallant to Daniel Shank. Blows by Joe Ricci, beats Fitzpatrick. That's the winner as the Wings win 4-3 for the Islanders. Maloney, Wood, and King for Detroit. Sean Burr, Yves Racine, John Chabot, and Daniel Shank as Detroit pulls within 1 point of 4th place Minnesota in the Norris Division. Now on to New York, Madison Square Garden.
Now, try and figure out one of the bigger mysteries of the NHL season. You know about the awful start the Islanders had and the great recovery they made. Lately, they have stumbled, and of course, anytime you lose Pat LaFontaine, it's easy to understand why. The Islanders hosted Hartford tonight. They were hoping to snap a 9-game winless streak. Hope again, Islanders. Here's why. Chippy game, Baumgartner takes Todd Krieger into the boards. Look out. So Ed Kastelic later pays Baumgartner back. Kastelic gets an extra 5-minute major for this attack. Look out. This is vicious stuff. Later, Brian Trottier, of all people, and Samuelson. Of course, it's no contest. And we get finally to some hockey. With Hartford up 1-0 Islanders in a power play, Brent Sutter makes it look easy by Peter Sidorkiewicz. They could have used Mike Liut there. It's 1-1 after 1. Early in the second, Whalers are on a power play. Randy Cunninworth to Kevin Dineen past Mark Fitzpatrick on a sweep. 2-1 for the Whalers. Later in the second period, Hartford pressing. Dean Evison is stopped. then Grant Jennings is stopped, but Dineen recovers and knocks in his 24th of the season. 3-1 Hartford after 2. Islanders get it back in a power play. Jeff Norton on a pass from Hubie McDonough.
Hey, Norton.
And it's 3-2 at this point in time. Bottom line is that the Islanders couldn't come back all the way. 4-2 is your final. Dineen gets 3 goals tonight. Verbeek with a single. Sutter and Norton for the Islanders. Islanders claimed right winger Dave Passine off waivers from the Kings today. Obviously, that news did not inspire the troops. Other action now, Pittsburgh and Edmonton from the Northlands.
New Jersey in return gets a 5th-round pick this year, and Vancouver gets former Leaf farmhand Jack Capuano, so he'll play with his brother Dave in Vancouver if he makes the team. He, of course, went to the Islanders in the Gilles Thibodeau minor league deal, and, of course, Jeff Lolacek, one of the all-time greats, will likely be a scoring star with the Islanders.
Well, to say that the Islanders missed Pat LaFontaine would win you Understatement of the Year honors. They're currently riding an 0-8-2 skid, 6 of those games without him. He made his return tonight. However, that for some reason did not inspire the troops. However, keep in mind, if you come back from a layoff like that and do well the first game back, Islanders suffered a tough loss against the division rivals New Jersey tonight. Let's take a look at the video evidence, see what happened here. Devils open the scoring late in the first period. Patrick Sundstrom comes in on his off wing, beats Glenn Healy through the 5-hole. 1-0 for the Devils. Less than 20 seconds left in the period. Brendan Shanahan lets a pass shot go that John McClain tips home. 2-0 Devils after 1. New Jersey goes ahead by 3 in the second period. Gary Nyland gaffs. Fetisov, great pass to Kirk Muller. 3-0 for the Devils. Mick Vakota takes a swing at Muller, but it doesn't really matter because the Devils won where it counts. And the scoreboard final tonight, 4-2. Sandstrom, Patrick, that is. McLean, Muller, and Maley scored for the Devils. Brent Sutter and Dom Maloney scored for the Islanders.
Paid a visit to the Washington Capitals, and while the game was at Nassau County Veterans Coliseum, where the Islanders hosted Montreal. Now, the Isles hadn't tasted victory in their last 12 games. We're 2 points out of a playoff spot entering tonight's play. Pat LaFontaine hasn't scored since returning to the lineup, but Derek Laxdal has picked up the slack. As for the Habs, it looks like they'll finish 3rd in the Adams unless they can make a real run and make up a 6-point differential on Buffalo. Let's go to Long Island for the highlights of this one. And we pick it up here in the second. No score. Mike McPhee carries it over the line, lets a shot go. It's blocked, but the rebound goes to Brent Gilchrist. He scores. And it's 1-0 for the Habs. Seldom used Brent Gilchrist. Then it's the Isles. Dean Chenoweth behind his own net to Brent Sutter. Up to Derek Laxdal, the former Leaf farmhand, scores! Beats Patrick Roy with a shot, and it's 1-1, still in the second. Sutter takes the pass at the blue line to Jeff Finley, to Laxdal. He scores! Yes, Derek Laxdal with 2 goals, and it's 2-1. However, in the third, Shane Corson, back of the net, great work. Gets it to Claude Lemieux, and he barrels in and scores, and we're all tied 2-2. Later, Islanders on the attack again. Laxdal looking for the hat trick. Back of the net. Oh, and what a save by Roy. And late in the third, Matthew Schneider to Shane Corson, and watch this goal here. As Corson walks right in, just gets it by, and that was the winner. Montreal added another one, and the Habs win 4-2. A couple goals for Corson, singles to Lemieux and Gilchrist, and Derek Laxdal with both goals for the Islanders at Le Colisée, Quebec, and Edmonton. Now watch this period. It's Boston goalie Reggie Lemlin, left of your screen. On Alan Kerr. He's going to get suspended for that. Best double team, Mick Vakota and Ken Baumgartner rub out Todd Krieger of Hartford. Best single coverage, Gino Cavallini on our buddy Fetisov at the Cap Center. The Isles in Washington late in the first. Rob Murray will get the puck here, put it back in the net to John Drews with a wrapper on the backhander. He scores. He beats Glenn Healy. 1-0 for the Capitals. In the second period, Dino Ciccarelli carries it in and feeds a streaking Dale Hunter going in on goal. What a goal there. As Hunter puts it home, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Caps. Still in the second period, it's Washington on the power play. John Tucker back to Scott Stevens, waiting, shooting, scores. Tipped in by Doug Crossman into his own net. 3-0 for the Caps at that point, and the only question would be, would Mike Liut get the shutout? Well, he uses his head right here as the Crossman shot is tipped, and boom, right between the eyes. And he goes down like Mike Tyson did against Buster Douglas, but he hung in there and got the shutout, his 4th of the year, 24th career shutout, and it was 3-0 final. The Islanders have 1 win in their last 17 games.
Hey.
You think the Leafs are having problems? John Drews, Dale Hunter, and Scott Stevens for Washington.
Okay, the Leafs will take on the Rangers tomorrow night. Live from Toronto, this is Sportsline. Tonight, the Leafs hosted the Islanders. Gary Leeman got his 50th, but the Leafs suffered an embarrassing loss. Jays had a busy day, 2 games in Clearwater. Highlights on both are on the way. And And our video machine is ready to roll. Highlights. Number to call is 1-800-387-7700. First correct caller to give us his or her name, address, clear tonight at the Gardens. First off, it's a darn good thing the Leafs won't meet the Islanders in the playoffs. Leaf chances are now centered on third and fourth. And is there a consistent goaltender in the house?
No.
There's been a problem there since the early part of the season, and it looks like it'll be the Leafs' downfall in the end. It was tonight. Islanders got outstanding goaltending. Leafs had a few problems with theirs. Big moment before the start of tonight's game. The Big M made a presentation to Vince Stamfus. Stamfus recently broke the Big M's point total by a left winger, and the fans gave both Vince and the Big M a nice ovation. There's Donald Giffen, the new president, as well. And this is a good thing to see, and I hope it happens more often as time goes on. There's a lot of tradition there that's been locked away in a closet. The Leafs score the only goal of the opening period. Stamfus passes to Rob Ramage. His shot is stopped. However, Stamfus bangs home the rebound. 1-0 after one. Leafs add to their lead in the second period while playing shorthanded. Dandu will carry into the zone, pushes the puck to Dave Reed, who beats Fitzpatrick, and it's 2-0 Leafs looking pretty good. Later in the period, however, the Islanders give a hint of things to come. They cut the lead in half. LaFontaine dumps one at the net. Brent Sutter there to bang the puck home in the second attempt, and it's 2-1 after two. Islanders come out flying in the third period with the score tied at 2. LaFontaine slides a pass over to Alan Kerr. He drills one behind Mark LaForest. 3-2 for the Islanders. Keep in mind, the Islanders have to win. There is no alternative for them. Later in the period, New York goes up by 2. Baumgartner clears the puck to Kerr, who deflects it inadvertently to LaFontaine, buries the backhander past LaForest, and it's 4-2. Leafs cut the lead to 1 in the power play. Osborne will pick up the loose puck, sets up Gary Lehman, who drills it home. A big moment for the Maple Leafs and for Lehman. Not only does this goal put the Leafs back in the hockey game, but it's his 50th of the season, and a very good 50th goal at that. He's only the second Leaf to do it. Vive did it 3 times. Lehman does it once, and of course he gets the standing ovation, and the Leafs are happy to be in the game, and fans are happy that Lehman got his 50th, and that it's now 4-3. There goes the stick in the puck to Danny Lemelin, and after this is over, they have to get on to the business of getting back in the hockey game. However, bad news coming up, because the Islanders will put a damper on this celebration. Here's their 2-goal lead being restored after a bad clearing attempt by LaForest. Flatly wraps it around, puts it in. 5-3. You could hear the Gardens exhale at this point. 6-3 is the final, and that hurts the Leafs. They cannot finish first. Still have a chance at second. Haven't clinched third and could finish fourth. And there's only 2 games left, both with Chicago. Sutter, Vola, Kerr, LaFontaine, Flatley, and Maloney scored for the Islanders. Stamfus, Reed, and Lehman scored for the Buds. After it was over, Bill Bird put together this post-game report. Bill?
Jim, the story of this game was Mark Fitzpatrick. The Islanders' Toronto-born goaltender was outstanding over the first 40 minutes, kept his team in the game, kept their playoff hopes alive. As a result, the Islanders win it by a count of 6-3. For whatever reason, the Leafs seemed to stop skating in the third. Win that one, too.
Oh, yes. You know, we just want to stay in there. We'll be looking at that game tomorrow night, Pittsburgh and St. Louis. So that's... But, you know, the thing is, we needed this game to keep us alive, and we're still alive right now.
As the Leafs head off to Chicago for the start of a home-and-home series,
On to
Wendell
baseball
Clark will
now.
not
Second player ever drafted by the Islanders, the amateur draft, that is. Go back to 72. It's Lorne Henning, who was taken in the second round. Lorne Henning. There he is. He pops up all over the place. Tim McCulloch of Windsor is our winner tonight. Here's what the Timmer snags from Sports Live.